This is our big anniversary show. We're just kind of hanging out, and we're going to have fun today.
We don't even care.
So,
we
don't care.
Yeah.
And whoever, we put out an open invitation to anyone who's ever been on the show, and if they want to drop by, they drop by.
Totally.
I mean?
We could barely even care.
Yeah. No, I don't care in the least. So, we're just going to kind of...
I'm starting to care.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I'm starting to care, too. Mm-hmm. So, whoever comes by just comes by, and you know how it is. And
it's really not a big deal.
No.
So...
Anyway, so we're going to be doing the show
Is silence good on the radio?
Yeah, definitely. They call it dead air.
Do you want to have a silence contest?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, let's see who can go the longest. Who's that?
Oh.
Who is that?
I think it was me. Sorry.
Wait, our silence contest was interrupted by some noise from someone.
I'm just making an entrance here, Scott. Are you questioning the noises that I'm making?
Wait a minute, who's this?
Well, this is the former governor of Minnesota, Jesse the Body Ventura.
Jesse Ventura, how are you?
My God.
Well, why should I have to tell you how I'm doing?
That's true.
That's private information. If I tell you I'm doing good, then the CIA knows that times are good for me.
Are you from Ireland?
No, I'm from Minnesota. Where are you from?
Mississippi originally, and then we moved to Texas, and then there are a bunch of different...
Mississippi Valley. We share a Mid-American roots.
Well, you don't have to yell at me about it.
You don't have to take issue with the volume.
Are you from Scotland?
I'm not... I'm a former Navy SEAL. I'm a fighter. I'm from the WWF.
Okay. Huh?
Jesse, how...
Scotland. What do you know about Scotland?
Very little, but I would love to visit there.
You're not my handler at the NSA.
Who is your handler at the NSA?
Mark Thompson. I shouldn't have said that.
Because there's a flag that he puts on all radio programs as soon as his name is mentioned.
Well, I'm not afraid of anybody. They're listening in at all times. Well, Scott, I wanted to drop by to wish you a happy anniversary.
Thank you so much for coming by. That means the world to me, Jesse Ventura, former governor of Minnesota.
The program has been wonderful for when I'm on travel and I'm coming here to the Los Angeles area.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Do you have a cold?
That's just how his voice sounds, Tig. Haven't you ever heard or seen Jesse the Body Ventura before?
Yeah, a lot.
Oh.
Definitely. Whenever he's making appearances, I try and...
You have a problem?
No. I feel like maybe you do, and I'm trying to pinpoint it.
No, the problem is I'm here because I believe in truth. And I come down here because Comedy Death Ray Radio is someplace where I met a number of free thinkers. I'm here to thank you and announce a partnership.
You met some free thinkers, meaning fans of the show, you must mean.
Well, I'm just here asking questions. Why are you questioning me?
But that's part of my job here, is to ask questions which you then answer. It's sort of the talk show format.
My job is also to ask questions. And I found another person who was interested in seeking the truth. Not just me, and I found him through your show, and I brought him here today. I figured if I'm out there asking questions, trying to figure out what's happening in the world today, that I might as well team up with someone else who's asking questions.
Wait a minute.
Naturally, I teamed up here with Mr. Huell Howser.
So he's coming through the door. It's Huell Howser is here.
Hi, everybody. I'm Huell Howser.
Oh, my goodness.
How you doing, Jesse?
Why does it matter to you?
Huell, how are you, my friend?
Oh, boy. This is just fantastic. I don't know if you know this, but we are in beautiful Park La Brea, California.
I did know that, yes. We've been doing the show a year here from this very studio.
Yeah, I drove here. And
our adventure starts today at the La Brea Tar Pits.
Huell, wait a minute. Jesse, you were saying that you teamed up with Huell? What does that mean exactly?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we teamed up, me and Huell Howser. We figured if we're both asking questions, who better to join forces and have an investigative team to get to the bottom of what's really happening in America today.
An investigative team like Private Eyes, or...
We are for hire.
Really? How do people hire you?
They get a hold of us on Twitter or Facebook.
Oh, wow. And they have cases that they want you to solve?
Or what we're called is the Enigma Force 5. We have a logo that's a triangle, an Illuminati triangle.
This seems reasonable.
But it's got a question mark on the inside.
Because we don't know what any of it stands for.
You don't know what the Illuminati stands for, or the
I just see it. I see a big old pyramid, and there's an eye on top of it, and I wonder what is it he sees?
That's exactly my question too, Huell. Huell asks these deep questions that really set me off. What is it about the Illuminati that sees these things? Why do they get to be the all-seeing eye?
And how do they get the eye part of the pyramid to float above the rest of the pyramid?
Huell, it seems like you want to know just what things are, whereas Jesse Ventura wants to know the reasons why things are. Is that sort of what makes your partnership work?
Oh, Jesse Ventura was just talking about the inside job, and I just thought there were so many fascinating inside jobs out there.
That's right. It was an inside job. You're going to tell me that the towers can collapse at a free fall speed? That sounds like a conspiracy.
Oh, there's so many more than that.
More than that. Like what, Huell?
Well, I visited with a dishwasher at Musso and Frank's on Hollywood Boulevard. Oh, he was having fun. And then, of course, we went up to Sacramento, and there was a wonderful inside job being taken care of by the caretaker of the Capitol Rotunda.
I think what Jesse...
The San Bernardino County Corridor in beautiful Yucaipa, California.
Sure.
All inside jobs.
Your definition of an inside job then would be a job that happens with a roof over.
Oh, sure. A wheel washer at the fire engine factory in El Segundo, California.
I visited that factory. It's a beautiful thing.
That factory conspicuously was out of action on 9/11, you might know. The only fire trucks responding were New York fire trucks.
You think that some California fire trucks
should have headed over there?
I was. If I'd been on duty, if I was a Navy SEAL on duty as far away as even the Indian Ocean, I would have put on my frog gear, jumped in the salt water, and swam to Manhattan. That's the proper response, but they were called down. There was a stand-down order.
Who gave that order, do you think?
The Air Force was ordered to stand down.
I'm afraid you're going to have a stroke.
I've had a stroke. I've had a stroke in the ring. I've had 2 strokes in office. I've had a stroke during a half pipe when I was surfing in Mexico.
Well, maybe you should keep that in mind.
What's wrong with having a stroke?
I don't know. I've never had one. Maybe there's nothing, I guess.
What? Now, what is the What? When you get a stroke, what is that? Is that just you get to play a little extra round of golf?
No, Huell, that's actually a medical condition where part of you have sort of an explosion in your body.
An explosion in your body.
An inside job.
An inside job in your body.
Now, Jesse sat me down and showed me some pictures. It turns out that these towers, somewhere outside of California.
Yes, in New York City.
Where is New York City?
That's in a different state other than California. Yeah, there are 50 states in the Union.
Outside California, in the same, somewhere on the way to heaven. And the towers exploded, and they turned into dust at a free fall speed. Now, how does that happen?
That's exactly what I want to know, and Enigma Force 5 is going to get to the bottom of it.
What are your duties in Enigma Force 5? Like, you must have separate duties. What does each one of you take care of?
I'm the man. I'm the sergeant at arms and the treasurer.
Okay, good. Does that mean that, Huell, you're president and vice president?
I'm president and vice president, and I'm still trying to figure out what it is the secretary does.
Well, the secretary normally takes notes during whatever meetings you have. As you can see, Mr. Ventura is taking notes of every part of the conversation here today.
You shouldn't be looking at the notes that I'm writing down, Scott Aukerman.
I didn't mean to take a look, but you're furiously scribbling, and I just glanced down at the paper. Really, nothing more than that.
Yeah, if you're glancing at my notes, how do I know that you're not spying on me and my family?
Well, I mean, your family isn't part of those notes.
You want to go toe-to-toe in the ring, 3 rounds?
Absolutely not. No, not even 2 rounds.
This match is scheduled for 1 fall.
1 fall?
You've never been in the ring. You're not a veteran of the ring like I am.
No, I'm not, Jesse. Huell, have you ever been in the ring?
Oh, boy. When I was in the Marine Corps, we used to set up a ring and just go hog wild.
Really? What happened?
Well, we would start wrestling and sliding on each other, and sometimes you slip and slide and pin somebody, and then your hand just slips all the way up a place where you didn't know it could. And next thing you know, you're like a side of a Greek pottery shard.
I've been teaching Huell about homoerotic origins of wrestling.
Really? How's that teaching going?
It's wonderful. I put him in a suplex. I put him in a camel clutch.
There's that stroke again. I just keep picturing you two taking a road trip together. You know?
Have you taken any road trips to other parts of California with Huell?
He
knows
of
all
course
of them.
I have. We have gone from Inyo and Palm Springs all the way up to Eureka.
All the way up to
Eureka.
Right there by the border.
That's right. Every border. We're talking about Norco.
Where else?
We've been to wonderful Venice, California.
Where else?
Stockton, California.
Where else?
We've been to the San Andreas Fault right outside of Ojai, California.
Then
Where else?
We've been to Palos Verdes.
Where else?
Well, we've been to up in Marin County, right off of Sausalito.
Scott, ask him where else he's been.
Where else have you been?
If you're trying to... Hold on, Huell. Let me get in here. I think they're trying to embarrass you here. If you want to do a hostile interview...
I'm not trying to embarrass
Huell
at all.
Is this a Fox News production?
No.
Is that what this is?
That is not what's going on here, Mr.
Is this
Ventura.
a News Corp? I didn't know Intravision. I knew they were Illuminati. I didn't realize they were a News Corporation.
Indy 101 is a news corporation.
Indy 101.
You caught us. Another inside job, Jesse.
I don't like your attitude. You're proud of this, but let me tell you something. You're gonna
Don't point at me.
Oh, I'll point at you.
Point.
How they didn't know that I was pointing at you.
Now,
now you're telling them that I'm pointing at you. What if I was just grabbing your face? What if I was simply only grabbing your face
With one finger.
I guess that's a good point. What if you were just
That's
grabbing...
a good point. Now that is a good point when I'm pointing. Thank you for the
listener,
compliment.
He's pointing.
By the way, listeners, he was pointing at the microphone. So rude.
Well, this is exciting news for our listeners. You guys are teaming up. You're
We do
out there.
take road trips together. Huell Howser introduced me to getting the camera and going out there and finding the truth and not editing ever. So what we do now is we get in the car. We have an Enigma Force 5 car.
What's that? What kind of car is that?
It's a van.
Okay. You could have just said Enigma Force
But
5 van.
it's not the creepy kind of van.
Oh, okay.
It's not any kind. It's not like the Scooby-Doo.
Okay.
We're
The
not here
creepiest.
to be comical or act out any
No,
cliches.
of course not.
This is a Ford Aerostar. This is a Ford Aerostar that we rent from Budget Rent-A-Car.
And do you
And we
put some? You paint it yourself. And do you think you're going to get your deposit back on that?
We painted Enigma Force 5 on the front of the hood.
Okay, backwards. I hope.
It's backwards.
Yeah, so that when people look in their rearview mirrors.
Boy, I've looked at that for hours trying to figure out what it said.
All you had to do was bring your mirror.
A mirror. That is
Do you know what a mirror is?
fascinating. What?
Have you ever
what
seen
is
one
that?
of those? Have you ever been inside your bathroom?
Oh, sure. I've been inside the bathroom. That's where
What?
Luis and I go to edit our film.
That's where other inside jobs happen.
Oh, sure. All the best inside job.
Good one.
The good one robot came back.
Good one.
So inside your bathroom, there's
I don't trust this good one robot. How do I know what you're programmed for? Any science fiction element I've ever run into?
Programmed for good ones.
I'm going to have to question you in person.
Wait a minute. What is happening?
Hold on.
Oh, he's
Oh my
getting
God!
What is
You're
your
wielding an
programming?
imaginary weapon. at
What
me.
is your programming?